Hi everyone, we have a 2014 Jeep Wrangler Sport, 3.6 liter, automatic transmission, 4-wheel drive. Customers concerned. Went to an oil change place, they showed them underneath where the engine and transmission hooks together. There's some oil there, there's some oil on the front differential, and I noticed on the side of the frame rail on the driver's side, there was oil coming from the top, so it's not leaking from the bottom. And I'll show you how I found that. They have a little cover plate that you can take off here. And this is the cylinder head. This is the Cali converter exhaust manifold. And this is the cylinder head. Then the black piece right up here, this is the valve cover. And it runs along the whole top. And it has a gasket on it. And what I found out is the bolts that hold this down were a little bit loose. So I was able to tighten those bolts. And when I was on the top looking around, the top of this bracket is missing 2 nuts. So someone had taken something apart previously. So I tightened those up. That should take care of the problem, at least help it. It had a code for oxygen sensor 2 and bank 2 sensor 2, and that's this sensor right here. And some oil was getting on that sensor also. And the primary sensor, bank 2 sensor 1, is the first one. So bank 1 on this engine, on the 3.6 liter, is the driver's side, is for bank 2, and the passenger side is bank 1. And that's bank 2 sensor 1, and that's bank 2 sensor 2. Now I'll take it up and show you the oil and why the shop said that. Okay, so we look underneath here. Here's our engine oil pan, then here's our transmission pan, and then in between, that's where they say the oil leak is. So you can see there's some oil around here, but if you look up on the side, it's all been coming from it's all wet all around here. This is all wet, so oil's been running down the side of the motor. If you look over at this side of the motor, the engine's significantly drier. So it's not a huge leak, but it's just been happening over time. And what's happened is it's also got down on this differential housing. So he told him he had a seal leaking here, and I took this off and smelled it. You know, I didn't take it off. I mean, wipe my finger on it. It's engine oil. So this is all engine oil around here. And if you have a rear main seal, you can pull these plugs off, and there's just some oil behind here. But when I took a flashlight and I actually looked up inside here, there's no oil on the inside, up inside there. So he may have a little slight leak here, but the big leak he had was coming down from the side, and I could actually watch it, the wet spots, when I first took it apart, and that's what's built this up. But this happened over a period of time. This did just happen in a couple days. So that's a little tip. When you're looking for oil leaks and things, start with the simple things first. And you don't want to take the guy's transmission out and put a new rear main seal in it and have him come back 3 months later with an oil leak looking the same as this again, and it's a valve cover up on top. So always look at the top parts first. When you see physical oil coming out, you see it's on a sensor. We have a sensor code. That gives you a lot of good information. You just kind of like a detective, you're following the leads. And that's where it sent me, and that's the first thing I'll do now is I'll clean it all up. Then once I get it clean, I'll put a new oxygen sensor on there. I got a brand called Denso. They work really well. They're an OE manufacturer. This customer is going to be happy, and then we'll just see how it goes. We'll monitor it. Thank you very much. Have a great day.